Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Living Games Studio. Today's feature episode dives into a career that's hands-on, in high demand, and shaping the future of renewable energy, the wind turbine technician. If you've ever wondered what wind techs actually do, how to break into the field, or which skills make someone great at the job, you're in the right place. Stick around. Today, we're unpacking all of it. Joining me in the studio today is Ethan, all the way from Iowa in the United States. Ethan, take a moment to introduce yourself and tell us what your day-to-day work looks like.
Hi, everyone. My daily job is as a wind turbine technician. We often call ourselves wind techs. My main job each day is to maintain and repair the components of wind turbines. Most of the time, I focus on the nacelle, which houses the equipment that generates electricity.
I've read a lot about the job of a wind turbine technician. I imagine your job involves climbing wind towers that are at least 60 meters tall to perform maintenance, troubleshoot problems, and repair broken parts. So, for someone who is afraid of heights, do you think they could do this job?
To be honest, this job is not a good fit for someone who has a strong fear of heights. We climb 200 to 300 feet almost every day, and you have to feel comfortable and steady up there. But I will say this, you don't need to love heights. You just need to be able to stay calm and trust your training. A lot of great technicians started out nervous. Over time, with practice and proper safety gear, they got more confident. But if someone has a deep fear of heights that makes them freeze or panic, this job would be very difficult for them. The real truth. You don't need to be a daredevil. You don't need to enjoy climbing. But you do need to be able to handle it safely and calmly. Wind techs rely on each other, and being comfortable at height is part of keeping everyone safe.
Speaking of technology, I'm not a tech expert, but I'm very curious about people who work in the technology field, especially in green and clean energy technology. Could you tell me a little bit about how wind can generate electricity?
Absolutely. Wind can generate electricity by spinning the blades of a wind turbine. As the wind turns the blades, they rotate a shaft inside the turbine. That shaft is connected to a generator, and the generator converts that rotational motion into electrical energy. So, basically, wind goes in, electricity comes out, all without burning fuel or causing pollution.
What is the most important skill a wind turbine technician needs to have to perform their job well?
If I had to choose just one skill, I'd say problem solving. Not the kind you learn from a book, the kind you build from experience, patience, and staying calm when something doesn't work the way it should. Climbing, tools, procedures, you can learn. But the ability to figure things out when you're 300 feet in the air, in the wind, with the turbine waiting on you, that's what makes a great technician.
That's such a great skill to have, and honestly, problem solving comes in handy pretty much anywhere, not just in this job. So tell me, what kind of growth or development opportunities are out there for someone in this career?
For me, in many years in this job, now, I am wind tech trainer to help other entry-level techs. On the technical, safety, help them enter this field. But this is not the only one. My colleagues can move to different directions, such as becoming a specialist or expert in the field. They are working with complex system, mechanical work, control systems, and major component replacements. Usually, techs in this stage have high value and often earn more. Some techs move on to management, become a site manager, regional managers, or some travel around the world as travel wind techs. The big picture. The opportunities are wide open. You can stay hands-on, move into leadership, specialize, or even shift into engineering or training. It depends on what you want. The field gives you room to grow.
Do you think that one day you will learn more to be a real engineer, to become a boss?
People ask me that a lot. If I'll ever go back to school to become an engineer or a boss. Honestly, I don't feel like I'm less because I chose the technician path. I love what I do. I love climbing, fixing, troubleshooting, and being the person who keeps the turbine alive. That's real work to me. Could I study more one day? Maybe. I'm always learning. But I don't need a title to feel proud. Right now, I'm exactly where I want to be, doing a job that feels meaningful, physical, and real. If leadership or engineering comes later, great. But I'm not chasing a title. I'm building a career that fits who I am.
How old were you when you first became a wind tech?
I became a wind turbine technician when I was 32 years old. At that age, I wasn't looking for a fancy title or a long academic path. I just wanted to start my life, learn a real skill, and do something that felt meaningful. I remember standing at the bottom of my first turbine, looking up and thinking, this is where I'm meant to be. I was young, but I was hungry to work, to climb, to fix things, to prove myself. Becoming a technician at that age shaped me. It taught me responsibility, confidence, and what it feels like to build a career with my own hands. I don't regret starting early. It gave me a head start on a life I'm proud of.
What do you do in free time? Do you have kids?
Yeah, I do have a life outside the turbines. On my days off, I try to slow down a bit. I spend my free time doing simple things, hiking, working on small projects, or just relaxing after a long week of climbing. Being a wind tech is physical, so sometimes the best free time is just letting your body rest. And yes, I do have kids. They're a big part of why I work so hard. When I'm up there on a turbine, I'm not just fixing a machine. I'm building a future for them. Coming home after a long shift and seeing them run to me, that's the best feeling.
Tell me a story about your career over the past 15 years that you would like to share with young people today.
Early in his career, in my 3rd year as a tech, I faced a stubborn turbine that kept shutting down whenever the wind picked up. On a cold morning climb, I reached the top just as the sun rose over the wind farm. Seeing hundreds of turbines spinning except the one I stood in made me realize the weight of my responsibility. After hours of checking every part, I finally found a tiny cracked wire causing the issue. When the turbine came back to life, the feeling I had wasn't pride or relief. It was a deeper understanding that my work truly mattered. That moment stayed with me throughout my 15-year career. It taught me that meaningful work doesn't need fame or big titles. Sometimes it's the quiet, unseen jobs that keep the world running. Now, when I talk to young people, I encourage them to find a job that makes them feel alive. That cold morning reminds me why I climbs, why I fixes, and why I have stayed in the field all these years.
We will have a quick break. Just so you know, Living Game Studio also offers a short course on how to become a wind tech, including insights into the major employers in the industry. If you're interested, feel free to email us or visit our website at livinggamestudio.com for more details. Back to our interview today. Ethan, usually do you work by yourself or in a team?
Both. Some days I work by myself and some days I work as part of a team. It depends on the job. Routine maintenance or simple troubleshooting is often done solo, but anything complicated, heavy, or high risk is always done with a partner or a full crew. We rely on each other a lot in this field. Even when I'm climbing alone, I'm never really alone. There's always someone on the ground or in another turbine watching out for me.
Okay, I think I understand this better now, thanks to our conversation, than I would have from searching the internet. Now, let's move on to something more interesting. I have a music library, and whenever you enter a keyword, a song will pop up for you to listen to. Now, in a few short words, could you describe your job or say something about your career?
Proud of what you solved.
I will key in "proud of what you solved" in a search bar. And here is the results. Ethan, thank you for coming for the interview today. Once again, Living Game Studio is offering a short, low-cost course on how to enter this green energy industry, who the major companies in this field are, and the skills needed to become a wind turbine technician. Thank you for listening.
My wife asked me, what do you do in the wind tower every day? I simply said, I am wind tech, and I enjoy my work. I climb, I fix the issues. And she also asked me, what do you see in that highly tower? I calmly said, I see the world under my feet. I see the wind blowing through my shoulder, and I see our children follow my path. I climb, I fix, and I love it. Your job, what is its name? I am proud to say I am a wind turbine technician, contributing to powering the charming little houses in the wind farm. I climb, I fix, and I love it. I climb, I fix the issues. I climb, I fix things, and I'm proud of what I solved.
I climb, I fix and love it. I climb, I fix and love it.
And I love it.
I climb, I fix, and
I climb, I fix things. I climb, I fix things, and I'm proud of what I saw.
A big thank you to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics for providing the information that helped us create this episode. This show is brought to you through the collaboration of human creativity and artificial intelligence. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.